This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 1 in the GNT, and it reads, "This is a message about Egypt. The Lord Yahweh is coming to Egypt, riding swiftly on a cloud. The Egyptians' idols tremble before him, and the people of Egypt lose their courage. The Lord Yahweh says, I will stir up civil war in Egypt and turn brother against brother and neighbor against neighbor. Rival cities will fight each other, and rival kings will struggle for power. I am going to frustrate the plans of the Egyptians and destroy their morale. They will ask their idols to help them, and they will go and consult mediums and ask the spirit of the dead for advice. I will hand the Egyptians over to a tyrant, to a cruel king who will rule them. I, the Lord Yahweh, Ahchyam Yahushai, the Almighty, have spoken." First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Ahchyam Yahushai, Ahchyam Rakal the honors of my elder apostles, elder bishops, elders at Great Millstone that rule well, my teacher that taught me this truth. Peace, love, and salutation to the Bayaftawadah, which is the host of David, which is the elect. Shalom. Shalom, the sincere Ahchyam and sincere Aquaf. I follow the line wherever it goes. Shalom. This is your brother Yannick here from the Providence, Rhode Island camp. Coming back to you again with a quick one, just a real quick one. All right, I'm not going to make this too long. I'm going to just get right straight into it, right? I got a video, a little clip queued up, okay? Bring on some few precepts to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And Lord willing, those of you who are tuning in, right, are edified, all right? So, again, before I play this video real quick, as always, right, this is the YouTube disclaimer, right? Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use, for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Fair use.
I can give that to one of the other guys. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you very much.
Very welcome. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Good to see you, man. Yeah, you know what? Coming out.
All right, so you see it, man. All right. MAGA hands out 30 round long rifle magazine in front of the Virginia State Capitol, man. All right. So this thing is about to go down, man. I'm going to play the video one more time. But I'll make another point, right? This is the reason why, the elders are in Boston, right? Went to the elders in Boston today to hear the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai. And the name of their video was to be on the ready, man. Okay, stay on the ready, man. All right? Because things is about to pop off here in Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, man. All right? Civil unrest, civil war, right? And mainly you Jakes, you Israelites are going to be in the midst, right? Are going to be in the midst of it, man. All right, because it's going to pop off here, right? Regardless of whether you say you're going to be out of the way or not, right? But this thing is going to be here, homegrown, man. This thing is going to be homegrown, man. All right? No, these left wing, right wings, right? They're at it with each other, right? Okay? Because we've seen the power struggle. We've seen the left and the right go, struggle against one another, right? And these patriotic Americans, right, they find out that they've been duped, they've been from the tiny toppers, right, the Zionists, right, okay, out of their blessing, man. All right. So these things are going to transpire here, homegrown in Babylon the Great, man. And the Lord is going to stir up strife against, Edomite against Edomite. Okay. Some of you Jakes that, don't have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, right? You're going to be in the midst of this here too, man. But understanding, right, that you Jakes out there, man, that's joining hand with Esau Edom, right? Note this clearly, that this is a preparation, right, for their horns to be shown, man, because they're not gonna give two shits about you Jakes, man. All right. Remember, this is their kingdom, all right, and they're gonna uplift their kingdom regardless of what, even if it means sacrificing you Jakes, man. All right. And this is the reason why we have to be on the ready, man. This is the reason why, okay, we have to understand what the will of the Lord is. So let me play this out real quick again.
My wife is there.
It's like Christmas.
Okay, I'm noticing, man. Okay, they're giving these things to little kids, man, because understand, Esau, Edom, they train their kids from young, man, to know how to operate and learn how to handle a sword, man. All right. You see, you have videos out there where you actually seeing an Edomite child, right, learning how to put the clip inside of a sniper and reloading it and unloading it, right? This is what they do, man. Okay, this is the mindset of Esau Edom, man. Okay, when things don't go according to plan, right? This is what they do, man. They resort to the sword, they resort to deception, and they resort to violence, man, massacring, man. Okay, as the scriptures say, they bear not the sword in vain. All right.
They can give that to one of the other guys. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you very much.
So the time is coming now where, when you watch that movie, this is a movie you brothers and sisters, right, you Ahchyam or Ahchyam have to watch, man. It's called Civil Unrest or Civil War, right? The movie Civil Unrest or Civil War. Okay, when there's a part in the movie where you had this Marine, this American Marine, right, asking the people, what type of American are you, right? You give them a wrong answer, right? Guess what, man? They're gonna put a bullet through your head, man. All right? Because again, man, you people, whether you're Indian American, right, Iranian American, right, Chinese American, Japanese American, South Korean American, okay, African American, okay, Esau Edom don't give a damn, man. All right. They what they're basically trying to do is reposition themselves back on top of rulership, and because the Lord Yahweh Bashir Shai is stripping the hegemony away from them, this is what they're gonna resort to, man. Okay, this is what they always have been resorting to. All right. So this is the reason why we have to stay on guard, man. Let me finish this video out real quick.
Thank you so much. Thank you. How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. Yeah, you didn't welcome me for coming out.
All right, so that's from the real DL Hughley, right? Instagram post, right? So now let's go to the scriptures real quick and close this out real quick. This is I want to get that in Ephesians, right? because we have to understand what the will of the Lord is, man. We can't be caught up with the cares and affairs of this life, man. All right? You got a lot of old people right now falling for the bread and circuses, right? Falling for a lot of, you know, wine and philosophy, just being drunk with the cares and affairs of this life, man. All right? Not watching, not praying, not being sober-minded, right? All right? You don't want this day to take you unaware, man, because, it's going to get real bad here in Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, man. This is Ephesians 5:14. It says, "Wherefore he said, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light." Verse 15, "See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the times, because the days are evil." And this is what we're saying, man. Okay, that sword is being sharpened, man. Okay, like the scriptures say, Lord willing, we get it. A prudent man foreseeth the evil, man, and hideth himself. Okay, says verse 17, the point, "Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is," man. All right. So we know we see the sword coming in. We see the sword being sharpened, man. All right. We have to be on guard, man. We have to be on guard, man, because anything can pop off at any moment, man. Matter of fact, you just had the the Michigan, I don't know, I think it was the Michigan synagogue, the Bleakian, right? This man, had some type of I think the police had like a standoff over there, over there in Michigan, right? Concerning with that situation. Then you had the situation with the shooting in Texas, right? Austin, Texas, right? Now you have the sleeper cell situation talking about in California, right? The Iranian threats, right? Hey, this thing is about to pop off, man. This thing is about to pop off, and when it pops off, man, and when the light goes out, the electricity stop running and everything is gone black and ghost, man. Okay, this is when people gonna start, like your scripture says, man. Let's get that real quick. Okay, let's get that second Ezra 15, man. Then people are gonna understand, man. All right, it says second Ezra 15:14, and it reads, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction drive nigh," man. Okay, you see, if you seeing people like this here, handing out shit like this, right? You see people handing out shit like this to kids, right? When Esau Edom, they get together, right? They're not thinking about you jakes, man. They're thinking about their own survival, man. All right? Regardless what they say, they're going to defend themselves against sleeper cells or not, right? Their survival is on their mind, man, right? Okay? They're not thinking about, they're not thinking about, I'm going to protect you jakes. Man. All right? If anything, they're going to hold you, wherever they stay at, right? And even if you're staying with a bunker, right, with them, right, they're gonna have you there in captivity too, man. All right, because they have a ruling class mentality, man. They understand, okay? They understand a ruling class mentality, man. Okay, these is the mind of Esau Edom, man. All right, it says second Ezra 15:14, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction drive nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands." Okay, the modern day sword is a gun, man, the blicky, man. "For there shall be sedition among men." Okay, sedition among men, man. Let's get that word sedition real quick. Sedition Okay, rebellion, uprising, revolt, fictitious commotion in the state, man. Concern, attempt to overthrow civil authorities, man, because they know that the government is full of shit, man, that they don't care about the people, man. Okay, and this is the reason why I read Isaiah 19 and 2 on down, man. All right, because it's going to come to a point where the Lord is going to break the scepter of the wicked, man. He's going to break these Edomites' confidence, man, to the point where they're going to rise up against their own, their own government, man, their own people, man. All right, and it's going to get real graphical here, man. Okay, let's say what it says violent strife between fractions, civil or religious disorder, riot, rebelliousness against authority, man. All right, so that's what the word sedition means, right? Going back to verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power, man. All right, and we're seeing this here very clearly, man. Okay, through the spirit and power Yahweh Shai and Brakata Yahweh Shai, right? For giving me this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to interpret these things, to receive it, right? And to display it and warn you Jakes, man, right? Starting from the men of GMS, the head elder apostles, elder bishops on down, man. Okay. And this is what's going to happen, man. This is what's going to transpire, man. This is what is on the table, man. All right? Reality is going to set in, man. Right? You know, we have to be ready, man. We have to be on the ready, man. It says, verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. Okay, and that video was inspired by the beloved brother. Let me see.
Pure and all this.
Right, the beloved brother Yawanathan. Right, this is his channel, GMS Yawan. Right, watch, share, and subscribe and be edified. Right, okay. He brought out this this video, man. Preparation to show the horns, man. That's right. All right. This is the reason why we have to watch, man. We have to pray, man, to escape these things, man. Because when all hell breaks loose, man, right? Remember, man, everybody, their mother, their grandmother, their grandfather, right? Even the little kids nowadays, man, they all have a firearm, man. All right? This place is going to be a war zone soon come, man. All right? So we have to be on the watch, man, because this thing is about to go down, man. All right? And Lord willing, the Lord protects us, man, in these times, these perilous times that's about to come down. Okay? Not only here in Babylon the Great, but upon the four corners of the face of the planet Earth, man. All right? Now, let me leave y'all with this scripture real quick. All right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 1, and it reads, nevertheless, as the coming tokens, behold, the days shall come, that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Right? Okay? The land barren of faith, man. Okay, the only people who's going to have faith in that time is the elect, man. But again, those that dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, man. By how? By famine, by death, by the sword, by pestilence, right? By animals, right? The Lord is going to raise up animals to start taking people out, man. Okay, like the scriptures say, spirits created for vengeance, man. Okay, matter of fact, I'll get that one next, right? Matter of fact, I'll get no. I'll come back to this, right? This is Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, okay? And the Lord is going, these people that are handing out these magazines, right? When that time come, okay, where they have no other choice, nothing to lean upon, right? They're gonna take vengeance into their own hands, man. Okay? These Edomites, man, right? It says, which in their fury lay on sore strokes in the time of their destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail, famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, right? Those animals, right? They're going to be getting at you people soon come, man. All right? Because, food out there in the wilderness, in the environment out there, that too is getting scarce, man, because you have majority of these animals, right? They're just dying from off of the, the poisonous things that Esau is putting in the air. Just today, I seen a dove just on the floor, just laid out, man. Freshly laid out, man. All right? This devil is poisoning the earth, man. All right? So this is the reason why the Lord is shortening these days, because there was no flesh left to be saved, man. All right? It says, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction, man. All right? So those people, that get caught up out there in between this civil unrest, right? That's the Lord punishing them for their wickedness, man. All right? The scriptures say wicked men understand not judgment, man. We're not to get involved in these things, man. All right? It said, verse 31, they shall rejoice in his commandments, and they shall be ready upon earth, okay, when need is, right? Okay? And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So let's go back and close it out. 2 Ezra 5:1 again. Nevertheless, as the coming tokens, right? The tokens, the signs, wonders, and effect, we have to look out for these things, man. Okay, civil unrest, right? People coming up against one another, these Edomites coming up against Edomite, these are signs and tokens, right? Behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago, and the land that thou seest now to have root, shall thou see wasted suddenly, man. All right? So, again, just want to sound the alarm, in Zion, the Lord's holy mountain, right? Lifting up my voice loud as a trumpet and warning all people, man, okay, that evil is coming upon the four corners of the land, man. Be prepared, pray, watch as well as pray. Again, be sober, right? Because this place is about to happen, man. It's about to go down, okay? The war zone is coming soon. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Bashim El Shai, Bashim El Kakodash. Shalom to the elect and the elect only. Shalom.